Okay, good morning. I don't know. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, I think. No. The Supreme Message of God, episode 40. It's very important. Para mí, uh, number 40 is very good, no? I like very much. Many things, okay. Okay, it makes that humanity is above any attitude. And when the son of God tells us that if we gave a celebration or a party, we should invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, and the built. Okay, we should no longer yearn and expect the blessedness in the resurrection of the rightful, but the pleasure of giving without expecting to receive. I think, okay. Okay, in the parable of the supper, Luke 40, it's similar to the previous one, and it leads me to think that it is a good example to find similarity with the measure of the preaching of the gospel. Everyone can be invited to the banquet of the kingdom of heaven. I think so. Which unfortunately to majority of these co-poses every world Jared. I think no, okay. They do not. Please listen to this. They do not go to the supper to get rid of those riches. Okay, Luke 40. I think no. I think so. Okay. Okay. There are airways. Airways. I think no. Excuse for no. Excuse me or the okay the exchanging okay material well my what of God do self-freeness, insecurity, fear, and inability to differentiate the good from the bad. In addition to the depends on comfort and pleasure. Okay, all talk major mentioned it in his version of the gospel. Luke narrates it in another way. What it is important to repeat in terms of the disposition of act of word for those who can be considered disciples of Jesus Christ. Okay, whoever considers himself of such must do the following, as the Son of God say. What it costs to serve Christ. In other words, whoever can be disciples of Jesus Christ, and so he told us we will hate his father and mother, okay, his wife and child, brother and sister, okay, and his own life also he will accept his cross and will come follow me. I don't know what's the word. It's good. It's good. It's good. What do you want to say? Follow the Son of God as a discipline means preach his gospel and all the ordinance as commandments or God. What is the chow? What is the charge us? We also ask us to renounce everything we possess. Only this way can we consider ourselves his discipline. Otherwise, we should try to be good Christians. I know. In the parables of the prodigal son, tells how to Jesus Christ exemplifies for us in a straightforward way the act of repentance that must be remembered. Okay, because is always be the goal will always find hymeneals in grace and nature. Luke 50. Okay. Luke tells the story of the rich man and Lazarus. Okay, whereas the content is surely directed there to those remain stuck such in the Old Testament have no involvement towards the gospel. Okay, we did the New Testament, a consequence of the previous one first, because they address Abraham as the father of the tribes of Israel. I could later say great grandfather of this because he is the father of Isaac and grandfather of Jacob, Israel. Okay, having said that, probably Luke did not pay attention to what Jesus Christ said. Okay, said what? Okay, be perfect as our Father who is in heaven is perfect. I don't know, okay? You see that you look what confuses about the only perfect. One that exists good, Abraham was chosen, but he is not superior to him. Okay, this story, okay, the story is refers to Jews who stayed in Judaism and did not realize that the Son of God was among us. Okay, in the duty of the servant, he tells us what he described through of what a servant of God, a servant of the gospel, a servant, a disciple of apostle of Jesus Christ, okay, should do. Okay, should do, and the Son of God. Okay, that sum it up in a few words. When you have done all that has been ordered, you say, we are useless little servants. We don't want, we should go. Why not? I don't know, maybe it was very things. Jesus Christ wants to explain to us, okay, that will be so honestly bad servants of the bad Christians when we only comply with the commandments and ordinance of God. If we only preach the gospel without making all of effort to perfect ourselves and be worthy of the God and Jesus Christ. I don't know, okay? Say Luke, Luke's sake, okay? Later, Luke describes the fact that teachers in Atheism that need to be dutiful about in all with our Creator and not to dedicate ourselves to asking Him to whatever comes to mind. The Son of God told us, okay, ask and it will be given to you. Matthew, Matthew 7 and 7, okay. Well, I had already commented on the content of this section. However, we must remember it's important in the sense that it has within reality, in that it will be given to us as long as we deserve it and do not abuse the enormous godness of Jesus Christ. So, when the Son of God asked it, were not ten listened? Was there no one who returned there and gave glory to God but his foraging? I think no. I don't know, so no one knows. Okay, they happens normally, and okay, it happened. Okay, it has happened through the history of humanity when, for some reason, me receive a benefit or a cure. Okay, once that is achieved, we forgive even our prayer and ask Jesus Christ, say to Samaritan, okay, to the grateful one, to the one who knows how to recognize. Okay, get up, go. Your faith has saved you. It's Luke, Luke 17, aquí ahora. The Christian world on many occasions has faith in God and in Christian history in an apparent gospel. I know gospel as it well made or paper. Also, the thing that it share frequently writing with as ink that is easily erased. Okay, Luke also they tells us when the Son of God they don't know they did not only ask that through the path or pray the faith could be preserved. The Luke 18, okay, to pray without getting tired. He asked for justice not only for those who need it, but those who go request it. If God is just, why not us? Okay, and warrior Jesus Christ asked himself that when he returned, I know, return. Okay, I don't know, but now with the word faith exists on heart, I think are 230 in that story. Spiritually seems difficult in the world despite the great task of the papacy of the successor of St. Peter, Francis. Remember John Paul, number 2, why died or who died in 2005 after 26 years of immense pilgrim and upbringing of the gospel. Okay, in the parable, in the Paris and the publican. Okay, Luke in 89. Okay, Luke makes reference to our explanation that Jesus Christ gives in order us again about whoever speak, how who once he goes those of gifts or shows that he feels superior to others, because he fulfills in obligation of his being, obey a good to Christ to example. It's in the case of those invited to the May wedding, okay? Luke 40 and 7, okay? Okay, in this section, something that started out is the publican. She beat his chest, saying, God is favorable to me, a sinner. This is the first reference I have regarding the initial antecedents of cheese beast. Surely it is a way of humiliating oneself to be exalted rather to the most important thing. I believe continue to be the act of repentance with the corresponding baptisms. Why not baptisms? I don't know. Look, it's not rational. Jesus alluding, okay, explain to us the validity of choosing, I think so, the most useful wealth, which is the ultimate gods, when plunder, shanks, and resources, he can end, okay? You remember with the world advances by choosing the kingdom of heaven in Matthew 6. 19 and 21. Matthew 6 and 24, I know. The Son of God told to plunder. Right? The Son of God told plunder. Today's salvation has come to this house because he is also a son of Abraham. I know. I just want to mention that Luke insists on calling God's creation of a son or another father, knowing that the one creator, okay, father of his good himself, in the strict sense of the word. He ends this section with a farce that Jesus Christ commented again. Okay, Jesus Christ commented again. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save that which was lost. Okay, Matthew 18:11, I think so. In the idiot of the servant, Lucas said he tells us what Jesus Christ wrote of quite a servant of God, a servant of the gospel, servant, discipline, or apostle. I think no, yes, okay, or apostle of Jesus Christ. Okay, should do, and the Son of God, Psalms, or it also okay, it up in a few words. Why not? Why not? It wrote no. Why no? Why not? I know, but okay. Say this: when you have done all that has been an order, you say, "We are useless servant. We do not want. We should do." Okay. Jesus Christ wanted to explain to us that we will be we so useless bad servant to bad Christians when we only comply with the commandments and ordinances of God. If we only preach and gospel without making of our efforts to perfect ourselves, and we worthy of God and Jesus Christ. Later, Luke described the fact that the teachers of us again. Okay, they need to be grateful above all with our Creator, and not to dedicate ourselves to asking Him for whatever comes to mind. The Son of God told us, ask, okay, ask, and it will be given to you. Matthew 7:7. Okay. I had already commented on the comments of this section, okay? However, we must remember it's important to seems that is God has within reality that will be given to us as long as we deserve it and do not abuse the enormous goodness of Jesus Christ. So, when the Son of God asked it, why no asked it? Okay, were not 10 Christians, was there no one, okay, who returned and gave glory to God but this foreign here? Okay, is real? This happen normally, and this happen throughout the history of humanity. When you some reason we receive a benefit of a cure, history of humanity, when for some reason we receive a benefit of a cure. Once there is achieved, we forget even our prayer and as Jesus Christ said to the Samaritan, okay, to the greater one, to the one who knows how to recognize. Okay, get up, go. Your faith have saved you. Okay, it's the Christian word is, or many occasions the faith in God and in Christian history is an apparent gospel as it is we were made of papery, so the thing that it is cheer frequently written with an ink that is easily erased. Okay, there's a reason why not. Easily, okay, sometimes yes, of course. Look as tells, okay, also tells us when the Son of God, and it not only as that through the path of prayer, the faith could be preserved, okay, to pray without getting tired. He asked the justice not only for those who needed it, but those who request it. It got it just. Why not us? Okay. And warrior, Jesus Christ asked himself that when he returned, what faith exists in earth? I think are 2013 or no. Spirituality seems difficult in the world despite the great task of the papacy of the successor of the preacher, Francis. remembering John Paul II, so, number 2, who died in 12,005 after 26 years. Okay, or in mass pilgrimage, and spreading of the gospel. Okay, in the parable of the Pharisee and the publican. Okay, Luke 18:9. Luke makes reference to an explanation that Jesus Christ gives us again about wherever speak. Now, what he does or gives, okay, or show what he feels superior to others because he fulfills an obligation of his pain or being a good Christ. For example, as in the case of those invited to this wedding, Luke 47. In this section, something that stands out in the publican, okay, he beat his chest, saying, "God is favorable to me, a sinner." Okay, this is the first reference I have regarding the usual antecedents of chest beat. Surely it is a way of humiliating oneself to be exalted. Also, the most important thing, I believe, may continue to be the act to repentance with the corresponding baptisms. I think so, right now. Okay, for example, okay, Luke is a notion of Jesus and Latin. Explain to us the validity of choosing the most useful world, which is the ultimate God when plunder purchases the resources to he and is rewarded with the world advanced by choosing the kingdom of heaven. Okay, enviado 10:6 and 6 and 19, okay, and Matthew 6 and 24, okay, 24 and 24, 21 and 24, okay. The Son of God untold plunder. Why now? Today, salvation has come to this house because he is also a son of Abraham. I just want to mention that Luke, instead of calling God's creation of son of another father, knowing that the only creator father is God himself. Okay, in the serious sense of the word, he enters institution with the first that Jesus Christ commented again. Okay, for the Son of Man came to seek, okay, and to save that which was lost. Okay, Matthew 18. I know that Matthew. Yes, because I don't know. I refer to this for the sake of credibility. I don't know. Okay. On the one hand, regarding what the Apostle Matthew, I think more Apostle Matthew. Okay. Okay. Who was at his size? Tell us. And what Luke tell us? Who? Being neither an apostle or a follower, everything to establish it is the product of his research. We all know, as I have already pointed out, that communication between human beings and between nations with different language or the dialects is modified. It's modified in some way when transmitting a message, adding to it, inventing word, or simply orienting in which have different meaning from the original sender. Let's say what the Son of the God said at the time. It should have been misinterpreted. Okay, another parable that Luke mentioned that in the 10 minds, okay, which has the same meaning and direction of that of the talents, okay, of Matthew 25, especially for the conclusion that is reached, which is the name in Matthew. As you know, Matthew, he's reached hell. For Nelson the Far and in Luke, he falls beheaded with the similar claim. Europe, what you that you do you did not so? Why now that you know? Luke refers to the greatest of Cerberus, okay, mentioning when Jesus Christ spoke to his apostle at the Passover supper, because of the Son of God said, which is the greater, the one who sits at the table, or the one who serves? Yes? Okay, maybe. Nothing that. The difference between humility and pride was found of the humility of the servers. Okay, let us imagine this. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, Jesus Christ serving his apostle, not be point. Okay, not them down in proud, but they teach them that being they teacher. Okay, it was simpler. With the power and the authority who stroked his son Jesus Christ, assigned a kingdom to each one. Within themselves, but it is addition. They had to earn of because he already had his own. He earned it by showing how will should be. Why not? I think so. I accept that. It's very, very, very nice. I think so. As a Christian, grace and Satans, there are times when I can't doubt what we receive from information from so long ago. Not in everything, but in some part of the narrative of the Holy Bible. That as I do not intend to disarm anyone with what I read and reflect, and much less deceive myself, okay? Even despite an intense and sincere act of love and faith that I have in good and in Jesus Christ. So, in the section where Luke shows us what the Son of God said, what Bach, sadly Bach, and small word. I don't know who. It's in Luke, of course, 22. It's hell, okay? He could not contradict what he just described. Had already reached of his apostle, especially regarding this word that has a meaning of violence and therefore, okay, in lack of love, or of course be Chad, was he evaluating them of some point when they showing him two swords? I don't know, two swords. I don't know, but okay. I wonder. Okay, the word why the Matthew. I don't know, Matthew. Is you were in the side, not mention anything about this, especially in the nationally, noticiable, clear description of Matthew, considering with Mark about the vision of the apostles and the future priests and pastors of spirituality. Unfortunately, it will be that at this point, and especially where it said, "He who had a purse, let me take it and also the bag." That is Luke 22. Luke 22. Okay, it lends itself to some Christian groups or even priests, okay, who are not convinced of the apostle, not understanding the way of the word of God. There is no trading, nor a person or group which generated, okay? Later. Luke tells us an interesting fact that no one, was also is a curious act about Herod's attitudes when he met Jesus Christ. Also, he had heard that he wanted to see some miracle, as well as White waited for a special function to his investiture as Roman leader. But if this were a show, of course, due to the lack of faith, the presence of morbidity could not be expected more than the aggression after the silence of the Son of God, No, who would not obey anyone's not good, his father. Okay, with this look, and in fact, and he managed the hair and the hair and the hair full fillet, in transmitting them, many of them enrich the gospel, and we must eternally thank him for his dedication and commitment in the name of God. I don't know, the name of God. Okay, I expected for that, or I don't know. Okay, when I get to Gospel according to Saint John, okay, being the 4:4, but I recognize I find myself on the one hand facing an interpretation that does not fully coincide with the other three versions, as if it is very designed for a particular purpose, so I analyze it without now losing my faith. And on the other hand, I do not understand why Matthew did not hear and observe something as definitive as what the John tells us. Okay, what was of us to some clues civic that they form a fundamental part of the liturgy? Okay, the liturgy. What is the liturgy? Settled refer the imperious authority by the competent authority which constitutes the Rabbi center of a religion community. Okay, like the following: Lamb and God who takes away that seed of the world. Okay, are also the expression of the word made flesh. Okay, like with the incarnated word. Then before reaching conclusion, there is a company where Lord John is his account of the gospel. I must admit that I read, but did not reflect display until this moment in the content of this narration. But I immediately get the impression that John shown as a different story. Okay, that is the same event he modified the history of the fact, or also that they were modified, or as I say, for a particular purpose, or expression and word that the Son of God never manifested. I repeat, okay? There are three testimonies: Matthew, Mark, and Luke, in controversy with that as John as apostle of Jesus Christ. That is how simple the analysis is. I don't know. Only that one who narrates this version of the gospel is another John, or so so many existent and Bible history, Then this about the not finding Christ ourselves in front of the relative of a history that did not exist for the moment, which does not coincide with the other version, and which may be a product of their imagination, or over time that the Catholic religion itself could have interpreted is the manifestation of some concepts, as I insist. Structuring is liturgy based on an institutional project, which although inconsequential because what is imported in faith and repentance will create many doubts about the veracity and what is mentioned to us is particular in the gospel according to Saint John. Why no? Why not John? Okay, it is very famous, I don't know. Okay, it's very feasible to open the heart of the believer, and I want to be very dishonest to do so with liars, with words, ordinance of stipulation that Jesus Christ never expresses. I do not intend it with my position to feign into speculation. On the contrary, I try to clarify any spiritual position that seems fantasy or a novel story that will in no way benefit the future of Christianity. I am at praise with God and Jesus Christ, and they know, okay, they of my work and my service. Therefore, as intellectually, it is more spiritual competence, so to defend the true origin of the fact and the correct interpretation of the Word of God. True faith is not to blindly believe in what the others tell us. It is to convince ourselves that the content of the word and about all of us our good were expressed by us and as an honest heart, like lucid mind and foolproof love of our Creator. Okay, Moses begins the great guilties whereby speaking with Logos and Jesus Christ confirms having existence, His power over everyone and all the things. Okay, all things as well as the laws of the world designated by men. I don't say the main men. Okay, I think no. I will begin the asking myself in the time of Cassiodoro, the reina. Okay, 15069. Okay. 1569, okay. The Gospel of John was found as, okay, and it is now, okay. Now observed or was it modified with the Roman Emperor, Emperor Constantine, and recognizing Christianity in 303 AD, or also the Reform in 1600 AD, in the last church, okay. The Protestantism and the Roman Church becomes the Roman Catholic Apostolic religion, who possibly used that last gospel to form. It reads and produces its demands, the formation or its sacraments and its sound ways of operation in cross and to other Christian religions such as Protestantism itself, the Orthodox, Evangelicals, Methodists, another religion of Christianity. Let us not forget that the power and influence of the leader of the Catholic religion is super to all the other organizations that belongs to Christianity. So we consider that he's the Holy Bible. How serious revision we must reflect on it. Although we do not know in what form, what sense they have it, with what basis or foundation or analysis they carry it. Okay? Our the say revisions, a very serious one in 15069 AD by Cassiodoro de Reina, or another revision for Cipriano de Varela in 161 AD. Well, it's quite an old thing. I don't know. Okay, we must understand that is the time there has already been ruptures and reform, as you know. Okay, or structural Christians. So the papal leaders of the Catholic religion were exercised their function were Pius XIV, precisely with Casiodoro de Reina and Clement VIII, Pius IV, precisely with Casiodoro de Reina and Clement VIII with Ciprian de Varela, because I do not believe that the revision were made without the participation of their pontiffs. What happened in these revisions must we attribute to the holiness of Pius and Clement? We one day surely and listen and possibly adjust some that produces modification that could will be reoriented the Catholic spiritual activity within the content of the New Testament, especially with respect to the gospel according to St. John, the act of the apostles, and it goes at the apostle of Mount Paul, the end with the Apocalypse, the John, for example. All this interconnected, and thereafter the death of the Son of God. I want to assume that they based themselves on an ancient document, and they discovered testimonies of them, or narrative, or in Hebrew or Aramaic, that show statements or experience or Christian groups in the time of the apostles when they were still alive, or the activity of Paul above all and mainly in the main final destiny of John, to whom great consideration is given. I do not wish, however, to produce action that are before the eyes of God, who will be the one to judge their action. However, as my objective in my accession to guide the truth that I feel primarily about the content in the version of the gospel. Why not? Regarding of all testament, it historically will not have been modified because it is a very well kept and supported by the Jewish people in many perhaps manuscripts that corruption of the history of the children of Israel with 2,000 years, and insert history before the arrival arrival of Jesus Christ. Now, let us not rule out the possibility that true documents or the principles of Christianity had been found that forced the revisers to modify some concepts, especially with the gospel, gospel according to Saint John. Where the good Saint John? I don't know. It's very, very good. Yes, why not? What leads? What lends itself to confusion is that is that chains are dedicated to benefit through only one aspect of Christianity. The Catholic religion good knows exactly how things and event turned out. No one better than him. Okay, so they will know how to use each person to their action. I repeat, it is relevant because the essential thing was already narrated by Matthew and confirmed by Mark and Luke, Jesus Christ. Okay, his life, the train, and that is above any human interest. Okay, in the Gospel of St. John, we find we find that more than 74% of the title of some narrative, 60 or 79 maybe, were not now, or considered by the others three, as a version of the same. That means that, okay, that according to St. John, neither Matthew, Mark, and Luke, where did that time next of the Jesus Christ in the case of Matthew, or very close of the information as in the Mark, okay, helper and the apostle after this in the Son of God, or carryings, okay, out the an extensive investigation as in the case of Luke. I don't know. We must agree, however, that some that okay, with the products or comments made, okay, to shown by those who participate or accumulated the Son of God, what does not seem access to him. To me, I repeat, if the three are many words, are phrases are accorded to John Jesus Christ said, and that only the young apostle himself heard him. I don't know. Okay, the interpretation I make of the gospel impersonal, and I put myself in this kind of heart to be judged if my word, okay, heart of the universal history of creation, and it's me in spiritual content. Okay, the only protection I have, without worrying about being judged or a hermit, it that I was not present. Unfortunately, at the side of the teacher, the birth of my faith has very solid spiritual direction, wrote without considering myself fanatic or escapist or human pain, and even least I do not eat for leer for fear or trying in the ignorance or in sin. I think not. Okay. Who good has given me enough sight to believe, okay, in heaven and in his son, I think no, by allowing me to use my skills to serve him as a writer, okay, as an analyst and a deep scrutiny of the human condition, especially because I reached three levels or balance necessary in every happy human being: psychological peace, emotional peace, and spiritual peace, all to be worthy of his creation and thanks to his message. I know I must know. I will make the point, okay? I will immediately point out only a few aspects, but seems outstanding. For example, to me or that has some orientation that indicates sometimes, in particular, and the contracts, because if I were to completely close with myself of the what John tells us, or because if in the conscience those were established that lets me to take at the only reference what I read from Matthew. I would end up by conferring my assumptions, so I have no choice to be established the difference and credibility of each one, I don't know. What can we say, about the Apostle Matthew? What? First, we must consider the importance of the gospel narrated by Matthew, because it was the New Testament beginnings, for whatever reason for you can imagine. Matthew, was the first apostle chosen by Jesus Christ to be, as I think, he officially scribe. This is clarity sequence objectivity gospel narrated by Matthew, which gives of great eternity as lays as what as I am. Why not? Jesus scribe did not give Matthew any responsibility that manifested as he did with Peter, possibly because the Matthew's, Matthew's innate abilities to know or detect taste for the Son of God. I imagine that Jesus Christ indicated to him not to lose the taste of that what happening suggestion that a publican who we understand as an order to collect data or quantify and order them, or just to describe that them as the saw and heard them, because later his actions were not known. Not known. If he dedicated himself to preaching as the Son of God, asked everyone, he was killing of the Islam himself from the world. Matthew soon learned the importance of this personal mission to let us know that really happiness. Despite this, the skeptics, okay, agnostic, why not? Oh, dang, I know those who say that the absolute is inaccessible to human understanding of what consider of metaphysics as a little value of importance, okay? And let's not talk about the atheist, because at this moment they are part of nothing. Like I think nothing. Matthew surely spoke with the Son of God the long hours. I imagine that we asked him to narrate to others with nothing, writing what happened. Matthew, calculation systems. Therefore, he was prepared and logically had an appreciable memory, which is evident. I think so, evident. Why not? Without the humanity and simplicity of a great man. Okay, Matthew, when he finished writing gospel, returned, as I note, probably to meditation and spiritual contemplation. Since there is no evidence that the preaching or verbal expression and gospel that he described in his writing document, being raised with, the Apostle Matthew, left with all certainly help or not with the testimony in every discussion in the document to the Christian community, to the men and women who participate in some way, in some way of the process, so that they could continue to participate in some way in the process, so that they could continue the war of spreading, the life and death of Jesus Christ. I see no other way to reach my conclusion. Nothing. So what can we say about the Apostle John? John was a young apostle who was chosen by Jesus Christ, alongside his brother James. Nothing except perhaps because he was kind and dreamy, inexperienced, and surprised by event. Given his youth, he was not capable to producing such a detailed and ordinary narrative, showing us an estimatory streak outline that presents some contradictions and that can make us doubt its veracity. To write something so important, as it is where, the only one who was at the sign of Jesus Christ, who will high pride. Let me see. First, who mean how pride in high candor. The Son of God did not choose or random to see what would emerge, for the promotions of the disciples. I think I'm imagining that this nation as in this, has incorporated some modifications from the original, in every that surely, I know, surely no longer exist. Or of course, in certain part, let us not forget that more than the 2,000 years have praised past signs that happiness 20 centuries that are easy to say of now how to handle. We handle the information is received, respected, modified, or manipulated, or at discretion. Only good, only God knows finally. For now I stake, okay, with the last revision that I commented on from Cipriano de Marella in 100 years. At 7, please, 7. Okay, in the narration of the Gospel according to St. John, I find the word or phrases that came from someone who thought a lot about its elaboration or meaning. Of course, I thought that the Son of God commented on in the way it is narrated. I know, narrated. It's not passages, yes, but not in all. I know, I accept that, please. Okay, this is the fish. Okay, the supreme messenger of God in episode 40 is wonderful. I like it very much. The 40 is wonderful for me, of course. The audiobook, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you, mate, for all the things. If you read this stuff, if you want to read it very clear, in way in Facebook, I don't know. Okay, if you want, I know. Okay, very good. And thank you very much. I'm very. Thank you very much. All the things. Your passion, and your patience, or you to hear me. Okay, all the things. My boost, my voice. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, bye bye.